This is Benjamin. He gets up every morning for school, gets dressed, and catches the school bus at 7 o'clock. He rides the bus over an hour into school and gets there just before the bell rings. Ben hurries off the bus and hurries to the cafeteria, hoping he made it in time for breakfast. Now, he could have eaten breakfast at home, but his family of 7 is on a tight budget, and he gets free meals at school. He knows how his mom worries about money, so he always tries for the free breakfast. Unfortunately, today, Benjamin doesn't make it. Scenes like this are played out every day all over the United States and California. Millions of school children, like Benjamin, start the day hungry. Studies show that a universal breakfast for students increases academic performance and lessens behavioral issues. I'm going to talk a little bit about universal breakfast, what it is, and some of the benefits your school district and your students will receive from it. It is desperately needed, as 3 out of 5 public school teachers surveyed by No Kids Hungry last August said that they regularly saw signs of hunger in their students. Now, according to the Food Research Action Committee, there are several ways it can be implemented. For middle school and high school students, there's the grab and go. Breakfast is provided in sacks, either in the cafeteria or on the way into school. As they come in, they grab their breakfast and go. Another way that's good for older kids is called the second chance breakfast. This is provided between first and second period, either in the cafeteria or in the hall on carts as the kids come out of the school. They actually grab and go on their way to break. Another way to implement it is breakfast in the classroom, and this, I believe, is the best way for elementary students. With this, the kids sit down and start the day in class, and breakfast is handed out to each kid, and they eat it in the first 10 to 15 minutes of school. Now, there are quite a few benefits for both student and school district. For the school district, studies show that there is less absentee rates and less tardies in students that receive a universal breakfast. Also, the participation for your breakfast program is quite higher, and so your reimbursement from state and federal agencies is a lot higher also. Now, it can be an expensive proposition to provide a universal breakfast in the classroom, but there is help. The Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act of 2010 has a community eligibility program. This provision is for school districts like yours, where over 40% of the kids already qualify for free breakfast. So parents don't have to fill out an application. The community as a whole provides the eligibility. For your students, there are many benefits. Studies at Harvard by J. Michael Murphy and others has shown that providing a universal breakfast increases test scores on math and standardized tests. They also showed that students that had a universal breakfast had less depression, anxiety, and hyperactivity, which led to less behavioral problems in the classroom. Also, an article by H. Yvette, which looked at lots of studies, showed that there was higher concentration, cognitive function, and memory in kids that ate a universal breakfast. Now that we've learned a little bit about universal breakfast, let's go back and revisit Benjamin's day. Benjamin gets up, gets dressed, and catches the bus at 7 o'clock. He rides over an hour into school and gets there just before the bell rings. Today, he hurries towards the classroom, sits down, and takes out his reading materials. Breakfast is passed around to Ben and all of his classmates. Today, they'll start the day with a full stomach, higher test scores, and less behavioral issues. Because his school district decided to implement a universal breakfast in the classroom, Ben and his students will thrive. I urge you and your school district to implement a universal breakfast in the classroom because every student deserves the best start to the day, regardless of income.